Hello everybody. I'm going to practice speaking and we're going to have a topic and anybody's welcome. Anybody's welcome to join and come in and speak. I may ask you a few questions. Nico, hi, can you join me please? Join soon if you can. Laura, hi. Where are you from? Yeah, I'll wait for you, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to choose a topic. I might choose the first one. I'm thinking about working in an office. And then I'm going to see if we can find some words and then we're going to speak around those words. Kind of A to Z around the topic, but speaking as we go. So we're looking at offices, jobs and offices, work, offices, work, jobs, A to Z, and then we're going to see if we can complete a kind of A to Z of vocabulary and then speak about those things and various aspects of work. So, for example, the letter A in relation to work and the office. Could anybody make a suggestion to me? A nice word related to the topic of office work that begins with the letter A. Hello there, hi. Are you on the mic there? Can't hear you yet.
Oh.
Yaroslav?
Yeah, I'm Yaroslav. Hello, teacher.
Hello there, hi. I can't remember where you're from. Did you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Ukraine. I'm from Kyiv.
I think maybe we did meet once briefly.
Sorry?
Have we met already?
No.
Is this the first time?
First, yes. It's my first lesson.
And what do you do?
I am finding a job.
What kind of job are you looking for?
I am builder.
Oh, yeah. I'm involved in quite a lot of building at the moment because I have a new house.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know, maybe we should do building, but I chose office and office work, but building is a very good one to do too. Maybe we should take a vote on it. Samir, are you there, Samir?
Yes, I am.
And
hello.
Hi there. What do you do?
I'm studying at university. I'm studying accounting.
Accountancy?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got building, accountancy, and we've got strawberries. Where are you from?
I'm from Thailand.
Thailand. And are you a student or are you working?
I'm a student.
Ah, two students here. What are you studying?
English.
English. That's your main study. Good.
No.
Okay. What's your major, or what are you actually studying?
Pardon?
What are you studying as a student?
Uh,
English, but What is your main area of study?
I'm sorry.
Are you at university?
No.
At school?
Yes.
So you're still studying quite a few different things, English, maybe science, mathematics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's choose today's topic, either building and construction or offices and work. So, if you write in the Verbling chat, if you want offices and work, write OW, OW, office work, and building and construction, BC. So let's see which one we're going to do today. We'll either do offices and work or building and construction, including tools and other things. Oh, don't apologise, Straw. That's fine. So, I quite like the idea of building and construction because there's lots of tools which are interesting. And so, let's do that one then if nobody's voting the other way. So, we're going to start with the letter A. The letter A. I want somebody in the room to suggest the first word for me, related as much as you can to builders, building, construction. I can think of one now. It's just come to my mind just this second. Quite a professional person who does all the drawings before the building work starts. Yeah, how do you spell it? Let me see. Architect. Right. Thank you. Oh, good. Thank you very much. So, yeah, an architect. What do architects do?
Design something.
Yeah. Do you know any famous architects? Because I remember one in a song. I don't remember seeing any of his buildings, but there was one in a Simon and Garfunkel song. Frank Lloyd Wright, I think he was. But there's quite a few. Do you know any architects? Are they ever famous?
Probably there are famous architects, but I don't know their names.
I think I used to know the name of 2 or 3 when I was younger because I was interested in I've always been interested in art, and architecture was kind of on the periphery of art. But architects, okay. What kind of architecture is there? You know, Prince Charles was very critical in London of some modern architecture. He said some of it was great, but he said he described one building famously as almost like a big spot, like a big spot on your face or something. He said a monstrous carbuncle. I bet nobody can write that, can they? Can you write the words monstrous carbuncle?
I can write monsters, but
Do you know the word carbuncle? It's a kind of funny word for a big spot that might appear on your face. I'll see if I can find it. It begins with C-A-R, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just carbuncle, like this. And he described some architecture as a kind of monstrous carbuncle. That's a kind of insult, I think. Who can tell me some buildings which they really like? Or styles of buildings?
it's in the Opera House.
Me too, I'd love to go there. I want to go there for the acoustics to see it, and I'd love to go there. Yeah. But do you think that there are some really ugly new buildings, or some of them are really good?
Sometimes they're trying to create some modern architectural buildings, but it becomes like a mess.
Yeah, I wonder whether they actually think a lot about what's around. I don't know. All right, so A is for architecture, so let's go to B. We've got to have B is for what?
Blueprint.
Blueprint. Wow. Let me think about that word, blueprint. When do we use that word, blueprint? Do we use it a lot, and when do we use it?
Using architecture, they make their designs on blueprints.
Yeah, that's a very interesting word, isn't it? What is it exactly? Let me look in the dictionary. It's a kind of photographic copy of an early plan for a building or machine. An early plan or design that explains how something might be achieved. Blueprint. Yeah, that's nice. I wasn't quite sure whether the word was used in other areas. I don't use the word, but maybe that's because I'm not a builder. Blueprint, yeah. So we've got blueprint, builder. Can we add a few more? B seems quite easy. Let me ask Straw. Straw, are you there? Straw? Straw Berties? Are you on the mic? Eniko? Eniko, are you there on the microphone? Oh, very quiet. Can you turn up, please? Are you from Hungary?
Yes, I come from Hungary.
Ah. Yeah. So my family are from Hungary too.
Oh.
But I've just moved to England. So what I'd like you to do, well, first of all, tell me where you live in Hungary. Oh, sound is really not good. I think we have a problem, Aniko, with your sound. I don't know what the problem is, but you need to look at that and try to help us with your sound. Something's wrong there.
She's mowing his lawn.
Yeah, mowing your lawn. Right. All right, then let's roll on. Can we quickly blitz out some B words, please? Everybody, in the text. So we've got blueprint and builder. Eniko, I think we'll have to mute you, unfortunately. I'll have to talk to you about where you are in Hungary later. I lived in Kecskemét. You know Kecskemét?
I know.
Yeah, but your sound is a bit of a problem. There's some kind of echo there, but it's better right now, but it's still a bit of a problem. Yeah, you do. You need to check it. So, shall we move away from B then? No more B words. So let's go to C, and let's try and get right through the alphabet and speak about them. So what C words do we have for building and construction?
I know a lot of companies starts with C that mastered in construction, like CAT, Caterpillar.
Oh yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, Caterpillar, I know those two. But we're not allowed to use proper nouns. Do you know what a proper noun is?
Oh.
There are certain nouns which are not allowed in Scrabble and certain games, and vocabulary lists. They're called proper nouns. So, for example, Leon is a proper noun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know whether all other nouns are improper. When did I leave? Just last December I left. Yes, so I've been learning English for 3 months.
Can you say cement? Cement.
Sorry, what was that, Firkin? Another C word?
C-E-M-N-T.
C-E-M-N-T.
And there's an E. Cement.
Cement.
Cement, yeah.
Cement. Cement. Yeah, that's a second syllable stress word. Cement. Yes. And if you're working on a building site and you are just a person who doesn't have a particular skill, but you're just putting a lot of physical work in, what are you?
I would say idle.
Well, an idle person is not doing anything. They're really lazy, not doing much at all. But everybody, what do you call somebody who's working on the actual site, so building site or construction site, we use a site for a location. So we have a film location, but we have a building or construction site. So if you're working, but you're not skilled, you're not the architect, you're not one of the other people who work in a skilled position, what are you? It's not a C word. Not a C word.
A C word?
We're speaking about cement still, but it's not a C word. Somebody's calling me. Who's this? Ah, just one moment. It's my internet provider. Hello? Hello? No, missed it. It's my internet provider telling me sorry for disconnecting you for so long. The word I wanted is labourer. Do you know the word labourer?
Yeah.
Right, let's go rounding up all of the people we need to go on the building site. So everybody, you're all too quiet. I want you to give me and describe to me, if you don't know their names, just tell me what they do. Let me ask Straw. Straw, can you speak to me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to find people to work on a building site. So a labourer, labourers are very good because they are the people who do the hard work, like mixing cement sometimes or loading the cement mixer. But we need other people. Who else do we need? Who else? What do they do? Tell me what they do. Other people who work with buildings and construction. We've got some engineers, yeah, construction manager, construction engineers, supervisors, yes. Carpenter, there's a good one because it's a C word. So we've got carpenter. Now, Emmanuel, are you in the room? Could you tell us what a carpenter does? Describe the job. A carpenter. What about Eniko? Can you tell me what a carpenter does?
Do you hear me?
I can hardly hear you though. Now it's back to bad sound. You had the sound good for a little moment, but now it's back to bad sound again. Carpenter. So what is a carpenter?
No,
You don't know?
I don't know.
Well, it could be what does it's somebody who cuts up wood.
Yeah, like this.
Ostalosh. Furkan, tell us what a carpenter does.
It deals with woods, basically. For example, like cutting with saw, like this.
Yeah, so he uses a saw. What some other tools as well. So wood. Carpenter, wood.
Even nail.
Nails. Hammers. Saws. There's one like this. Let me show. Look, like
Chainsaw.
here's some wood, and the surface is not very smooth. And so there's something with a blade, and it has a handle like this. Do you know this one?
Yeah.
The name of it is the same as an area of land which is very
Surface.
flat.
Not surface.
Well, the name of it is the same, describes a kind of surface which is not flat, which is not bumpy and is flat. Who knows what that tool is? Well, it's a tool used to make wooden surfaces and edges flat and smooth. What is it?
Oh, silent.
And the name of this tool is also a flat place. For example, in Hungary, there's a very flat place in Kecskemét. Very big flat place. What is it called? It's in English we call it the Great something. Begins with P. A plane.
Plane?
Yes, but not an aeroplane. Not a jet plane. A plane. So if I say, pass me the plane, please, then I don't want an aeroplane. I want one of these.
Oh god.
So,
There's
saws,
something like
planes, and there's another tool which looks a bit like my highlighter pen, because it's got a blade on the end, and when I have some wood and I need to just hit the wood with a big wooden hammer. What is the name of the big wooden hammer? My hand is it now, but it's not metal. It's a big wooden one.
Oh. To carve the place, carve the surface.
This is called a mallet, and there's a little device with a blade on it, and a carpenter will use it to just get a little bit of wood.
I saw in some movies that's recorded in medieval age.
I'm thinking about a chisel. But let's move past C now. So we've got cement, carpenter. We're on D now. Let's go to D. In construction, give me D words, everybody. Come on, let me see all of the words coming.
Destruction.
Not. Well, destruction is more in military action, I think. In building and construction, it's not destruction. What is it? Yeah, there's decoration, decorator. Thank
Designer.
you. Designer, yes. But what is that word that you were speaking about? Not destruction, but to knock buildings down.
They do that with dynamites.
Yeah, but it's not called destruction.
Demolition.
Demolition, yes. Demolition. Yeah. Demolish is the word. To demolish, demolition.
And they have to be expert on this subject, otherwise demolition would be horrible.
Yeah. It's interesting that sometimes two words have almost the same meaning, but one word is used in one area of English and another word is used in another. So we saw, for example, film location becomes building site. And we've got demolition, not destruction. I think because... What's the difference, do you think? Why do you think demolition is the word instead of destruction?
Maybe destruction is more general, destructing. No. Then you say demolition. I don't know.
Do you think it's anything to do with the positive and negative aspects of those two words? If you demolish something and you destruct it, destruction is kind of like destroying.
Yeah, I haven't heard any destruction experts, but there are demolition.
Yeah, I think that destruction is too negative, and demolition is taking care of or taking things down. So let's go to E now then. E. What have we got? We need people speaking on the mic, so everybody who's sitting in the room, can you join in, please, in voice as well? Lilu, are you there? Yaroslav, are you on the mic?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, good. So, can you give me an E word?
What
An
on E?
An E word for this topic.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know it.
Young Caesar, can you give me one, an E word?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, no E words at the moment. We had some earlier. We had engineer.
Yeah.
We had an
Can we say
engineer.
elevator, because sometimes
engineer.
they use it, some elevators, to reach the highest point of the construction.
Yeah, elevators can be used to carry material sometimes too. What exactly is an engineer?
I think they plan the whole construction. Not actually the design of it, but
What do construction engineers do?
maybe they measure the capability of the construction, how can they handle it, or the amount of the cement they will use.
There's something called a quantity surveyor. Quantity surveyor. What is surveying? The word surveying.
As far as I know, they ask questions to people to get some information.
Yeah, a survey is something like that, isn't it? And if you survey, you look all around you. You look around and find out about the area. So a quantity surveyor will be somebody who looks around and finds out how much he needs of certain materials. So we've done E then, maybe. And we're on F. What have we got for F? Oh, we've got electrician as well. We missed him. That's a good one. Good point, Yaroslav. Electrician, yes. You know, sometimes in the building, skilled building tradesmen, for example, electricians and carpenters, have short, informal names. If I give you two, I want you to tell me which one is an electrician. A is a chippy, B is a fishy, and C is a sparks.
Sparks?
Sparks, yeah, that's the name they sometimes get given, the electricians. I know a good sparks. And which one is a carpenter?
Chippy.
Yeah, how did you know that one?
Because I know what the fishy means.
Ah.
It smells fishy.
Do you know what a wood chip is?
No.
You know, if you take a little piece of wood with your chisel and it breaks off, that's just a chip.
Oh, God.
And if I say he's a chip off the old block, do you know what that means? He's a chip off the old block. If I say to you, I'm speaking about you, and I say to somebody, oh, Furkan, he's a chip off the old block.
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. I have to know your family to be able to say this.
It's about the family relationship or kinship or something.
It means that you're very much like your father.
Oh, you resemble your father.
Yes, that's one idiom to mean, oh, he's just like his father. He's a chip off the old block. It might
So
mean
the own blood is
that
your father.
it might mean that you've picked up some of the bad character traits of your father, but it could be quite positive too. But I've often heard it used in this sense, like, oh, just like your father, he would do that as well.
There was another idiom about the apple. Apple didn't
Falling far from the tree.
Yeah, fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I think those idioms are actually true. Don't you think so?
Yeah, genes are coming from our father and mother.
Yeah, and it's interesting, but I think also it's two things. It's something genetic, but also just being around your father for a long time. When you grow up, you copy a lot of things. Yeah. So where are we now? We're moving on to F. And what have we got? Nothing so far. Are there any tradesmen, any skilled people? Beginning with F. I can only think of flagstones. Yeah, fisherman is a job, but it's not construction. Ah, yes. What is? Somebody just said one. It's essential, and we even used it. Yeah, did you hear? Yes, foundation. That's right. Foundation.
There was another word for the constructions that supports the outside of about the metal bars. I don't remember what.
Beginning with S.
S.
See if you can get it. SC.
Scaffold.
Yeah, scaffold. The scaffold. So we've got foundation, and that's it. I can't think of any more F words, so we'll have to move on. We're on G. And we've got to start accelerating now because we're never going to get to Z. We've got to finish off the whole construction, the whole building, foundations, the lot. So G, I'm looking for tradesmen. Can't think of any.
Grant.
Grant? Ground? What did you say?
Ground floor.
Yeah, okay, we'll have it, but it's a little bit fishy. I want a good strong one. Ground floor, that's just fishing, isn't it? Let's see if we can find a good G word for construction. Well, geography? Not really related to construction. It's kind of on the edge of construction, isn't it? Something we might think about, but are we going to miss the G then as well?
Don't you have any words?
I'm thinking right now as well. So, and I haven't made. I've hidden my list away somewhere. So G words. No, we haven't got G. So we have to come back to G. So G is a bit of a question mark. So let's go on H, and I'll come back to G in a moment. See if we can finish off every letter. We've got our Q because quantity surveyor. No, instead of generate, what about sometimes they have to work on a building and they need a
generator.
Generator, that would be a good one. A generator is a lot better. So that's G done, and now we're on H. So what have we got? What have we got? H.
Can we say haul driver?
What's that? What kind of driver did you say? Haul driver. I know haulage is lorries and trucks and things.
Yeah,
haulage.
They can use hauls.
Haulage. Haul driver. But when you say the two words haul driver, it doesn't seem to connect very well for me.
Driver is a little bit redundant.
So, we're still missing an H word. So, okay, leave H then. We'll come back to H because I want that one. And then I is going to be very difficult. I is always a difficult letter. In the ABC, we always end up with India or something like that because there aren't very many I words and there aren't very many Q and Z words. So I think we'll be iron. Nice one. Iron. Now, maybe that word iron can even be extended into something. Iron. Iron. Iron is good though. Iron. Okay. So we're on J. What have we got? Hmm? Job. Just yes, there is a word related to carpentry. Some aspect of carpentry is a J word.
Oh.
Joiner. It's a specific aspect of carpentry, making the wooden joints for construction. Where is wood used in a building?
Is it like a hinge?
A hinge is not exactly a joint. A wooden joint is there's something called, for example, a dovetail joint, but that's much more for furniture. That's where you cut out. Let me show you on the screen. So there's a piece of wood, and it's cut out like that, and then another piece of wood can fit in like this. And that's one kind of, that's called a dovetail joint. And there are other joints as well where they cut half and half and then push it sideways like this. So a joiner is a kind of carpenter, and a hinge is a piece of metal.
Yeah.
Hinge should go in the H. Hinge is our missing H. Hinge. Hinge and bracket. If you look up hinge and bracket, you probably find a pair of comedians, but hinge is on a door and a bracket is another piece of metal. So we're on K, and I think K is the next letter. So K. Well, I'm not having any killers because killers are not useful on a construction site. And kittens get in the way, you know, have to be rescued, so they're not allowed either. Any K words?
Okay.
Yeah? George, do you have any idea?
No.
No, I don't
have
yet.
idea.
The nearest I have right now is keyhole, but that's not good. I want something better than keyhole. Knowledge, that's better than keyhole. But we haven't really got a very good construction word beginning with K. I know, a tool that usually the builders would probably only use for sandwiches, but they might have a special kind for something else. Maybe one that's named after Stanley, but it's an S word really. I'm thinking about what kind of tool. What's that one? A very sharp blade, and you can keep changing the blade by pressing out, and it cuts something. Cuts through material.
Steel.
It's a Stanley knife. Do you know what a Stanley knife is?
No, I think.
If I show you what it looks like, it looks a bit like my highlighter pen again. and there's a very sharp little blade, and the blades are going back inside, and a new blade breaks off, and another one comes out, and then
Ah, I know that. Yeah.
that's a Stanley knife. So I'll just have knife and then move on.
Oh, nice.
So we're on L. What have we got? Labourer, yes.
Oh.
A labourer. Labour and labourer. Labour, yeah. So we speak about skilled labour, unskilled labour, and tradesmen. Right, so that's a good L word. There's a tool which is also good for an L word. Sometimes it has rungs. You climb up it.
Ladder.
Ladder, yes. Ladder. Let's see if we can get the words way before the end, and then we can play some taboo with them. So, ladder. M. Let's go to Z quickly now.
Mixer.
Mixer. Nice one. Concrete mixer. Mixer. N. What have we got? Yeah, metal is good as well, but mixer is the best word, I think. We all need a mixer. So now we're on N.
Something with nail.
Nail.
Nail! Nice one. Nails. What tool do you use to put a nail in?
Hammer.
A hammer. And what tool do you use to put screws in with?
Screwdriver.
Yeah. So now an O. O, that might be harder. I don't know anything. The opera house isn't allowed because that's nothing to do with this.
Screwdriver.
Oh, I need an O word. An oven is not really part of construction, is it? So that's not allowed.
Maybe they can get hungry.
Yeah, so I don't have an O word. Operator? Yeah, machine operator, some kind of operator. Okay, I don't like it too much, but I'll put that one down for now. And we'll see if we can find a more exciting word than that. P? Are there any tradesmen or people who begin with P? You know, there is a piece of wood used when you set up the scaffolding so that you can walk on a platform. Not platform, but what is a big piece of wood called? Pirates used to have to walk it and fall into the sea for the sharks. Walk the plank, yes, that's a good one. And there's an idiom about planks for stupid people. If you think somebody's really stupid, you can say something like, what can you say, Firkin? Do you know? You know, there's lots of idioms. Plumber, excellent work. Well done. Well done, Straw. Good one. I missed that, plumber. The word plumber is very interesting because it's linked to lead, the metal lead, which was used a long time ago. Plumbium is Latin word for lead. PB.
There's an idiom says walk the plank.
Well, walking the plank is a kind of expression from pirate days. It's a kind of death sentence on a ship. You have to walk the plank. And people behind you are prodding you with swords. And then you fall into the sharks.
The idiom that you're looking for, I think, thick as a short plank.
Well, we usually say in England as thick as two short planks. But there are lots of ways of calling people stupid. It's not really a good idea to call people stupid, but there are lots of idioms for it if you do want to do that. And there's one common pattern, which is to be short of something, just a bit short of what you need. You haven't quite got it. And sometimes there's lots of ways of speaking about people being not quite all there. They say, he's not quite all there. He's a bit short of... So, for example, 6 cans of beer, a 6-pack. You could say he's a couple of cans short of a 6-pack. And there's lots of variations on that one. So let's go past P, and I've got Q. Who can remember the Q word I had?
Oh.
About somebody who decides how much material we need.
Quantity surveyor.
Quantity surveyor. Surveyor.
Surveyor.
So now we're on R. What's our word going to be? Not a bank robber, because that's nothing to do with this.
Raver.
Not a raver, because they come at night and we lock the building site up. Don't let them in. Reception. Yeah, that's a bit on the peripheral. So, rail. Yeah. Let's find something that's really there in construction. Let's see what we've got. A tool, maybe, or a... I don't have my word. So we're missing an R. Let's see if we can get an S.
Scaffold.
Scaffold, yes, of course. Scaffolding. Scaffold. Scaffolding is the noun, usually. Put up the scaffolding. So, T. There must be millions of T words. So we're just short of R at the moment. T, what's that? Yeah. Yeah. That's the word I heard. Timber. Yes. You know, timber is a lot more expensive than it used to be, because in the old days we would just go and rape the forests of the world and just take as much as we like. But now you have to ask for it and pay a lot of money. Which is good, I suppose, isn't it? Timber. Yeah. I used to work at a building supply merchant on the IT section, and I walked around the timber yard, and there was so much money in hard wood from the Amazon. And have to look after that wood, don't we? Make sure that it's forested properly and all paid for and replanted. Timber. And Canada produced a lot as well. Such a lot. Toolbox, nice. Tools. Toolbox. We don't know all of the tools that are in the toolbox. We know a few. Hammer, screwdriver, plane. Maybe that might have its own box.
So, if you
saw,
can.
chisel. Okay, so what's after T? U. Now that's going to be impossible. Tongs. Tongs are more used in cookery, aren't they? But they are used in when you're messing about with fires and hot coals and things like that. So a blacksmith might use them, but I'm not sure how they would be used on a construction site. But I'm sure they are somewhere. Utilities. That could be the toilet, though. Who knows? Utilities, that's a word which could cover anything. Utility. I think that's the best we're going to do with a U. Utensil. Yeah, utensil. That's another word. If we don't know what to call something, it's a utensil. So use that word. If you pick up a saw and you don't know what it is, say, here's this very useful utensil. Good idea. V. What have we got? Tape measure. That's brilliant. A tape measure. Which trades would use a tape measure? Maybe quite a few of them, I think. Yeah, everybody would need a tape measure. That's a good one, tape measure. But I think we won't have a V. There are no V's, are there, in English? Only very and violet, and there are not so many V's, are there? I know something which we use in the house, and there is an industrial one used for the final stages of decoration and things.
Vinegar?
Vinegar is used in the kitchen, isn't it? But I was thinking about something that's used in the household, a household appliance, but it's also used in industry. There's a bigger one, which is used to kind of clean up all the dust.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, there is. You can go to a builder's merchants and you can buy a special vacuum cleaner, and it has a bigger motor and a different filter system, and because it doesn't jam up. Voltage, yeah, voltage. That's a good one for electricians. So we need to get going soon. Let's get to Z quickly and see if we can do a taboo each. So W, we need that one. We need a W. Vacuum, yes, vacuum. What is our W word? Wire.
Windows.
Window. Window. And window. What is the wood or the plastic that goes around a window before you actually put the glass in? It's an F word. The F word, please. Wheelbarrow. That's classic. That's absolutely essential on a building site, isn't it? Wheelbarrow. That's the number one. Window frame I was thinking of.
Oh.
Frame out.
And there's never going to be any kind of X word, is there? We don't have X-rays on building sites, do we? No. So I think we'll have to leave X. We can say XYZ maybe. Any XYZs. I don't think there are many, really. So let's go for Straw. Can you take the mic, Straw? Hello, Straw, are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Would you please choose one word without telling us and start speaking about it for us to guess? Any of the words today, just speak about it, but don't say it. Tell us what it's for, what it does, but don't use the word, and we will tell you what it is. You gave me some good words. And can you choose one?
Christmas.
Christmas, did you say?
Yes.
Ah, but I want a word from these words today. Let me go. Let me ask Furkan to go first then, because Furkan knows what to do. So, Furkan, you choose one word, please, and try to describe it for us.
Okay.
Wrench is good. Yeah.
Okay. This thing actually is not exactly about the construction, that's building. This is maybe the last part of it, because you do that thing after you wanna get rid of the whole construction.
So it's more like clearing the way.
Yeah.
Ah, it was one of the earlier words. Do you remember, Straw? Which word is clearing buildings which are in the place where we want to construct a new building. And it's not destroy. What's the word? Not delete, no. You delete something from your computer. You delete something like that. But what do you do when you clear buildings, knock them down with one of those big cranes and a great big ball?
Yeah, it's the demolish.
Yes. So you can do the next one then, Jan.
When you enter the house, you open it, and when you leave it, you close it. Yes.
Door? Haha, okay. Gary, can you do one? Are you there, Gary? Would you be able to do the next one? Okay, Furkan, you again then, please.
Okay, we use that thing to make something, to make construction hardens, to make something, to make...
It's a kind of material that we mix up.
The material, yeah, we mix up, and it's at the first mixture. It's liquid, not so liquid, but a little bit.
We mix it with some water and sand.
Yeah. After a time period, it becomes hard as a rock, as hard as a rock.
Cement?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it's mixed with sand, there is a word mortar, but even builders don't use that word that much. They just mix up and cement and sand. And I made a mistake. I was mixing it too strongly, and I had to knock some down because it was too strong and it didn't have any kind of give. If I use that word give as a noun, it didn't have any give. Do you know what I mean?
Useless.
It didn't have any kind of flexibility. As soon as you touched it, it would just go ting ting. And sometimes I was told to mix it again, because I mixed it 3 in 1, or 3 to 1. Both of them. We say both of those. 3 to 1. 3 parts of something and 1 part cement, and it was too strong. 3 parts of sand and 1 part cement, and it was really, really strong, and it would crack easily. But if you mix it softer and add a little bit of some extra material, it can be stronger, in fact, because it's a little bit flexible. What happens to metal when it's heated?
Melt.
Yeah, before it melts, so you've just got a nice big long hard piece of metal, and like a bridge, for example, and it's heating in the hot sun. Doesn't melt. What does it do?
Its color changes from the red to white.
I'm thinking of a word which means gets bigger. Do you know the word which means gets bigger?
Expand?
Expands, yes. And so they leave spaces for metal, but for concrete mix they sometimes mix it a little softer to give it a little flexibility. But what's the opposite of expand?
Shrink.
Well, shrink is the meaning, but shrink is used in some situations. Maybe clothes shrink, but
Yeah.
metal bars don't really shrink. What do? Clothes might in the washing machine.
They don't diminish as either.
Diminish, no. Diminishing returns, but not diminished here. So expand, and it goes like a pear. It begins with C.
Compress.
It's a verb, and there is a noun. The noun is something you sign. If you agree to build something,
Contract.
yes, contract is a noun. Contract. But how do you say the same word if you mean get smaller?
I don't know. I never heard that word before.
Contract.
Contrasts.
Expand and contract.
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 Same?
So no, because contract is stress on the tract. Contract, and contract is like contract. You sign the contract. The contract was washed in the machine and it shrinks or contract. So to get smaller is a verb and it has a stress at the end, but contract is something you sign. Sign the contract.
Contract. Contract.
Contract. Say kun. Sometimes if you say kun, like conditional, then it helps you get the stress pattern. If you say or, it can throw you off the scent of the stress pattern. But if you say kun, you're there. Just say contract.
Yeah.
It can also mean you get a disease. Contracted a dangerous disease. Could be you get smaller, you get a disease. Anyway, it's lunchtime. I'm a bit over time now, but I can't possibly make up the lost time today because of the antenna being knocked out, so I'll have to see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Class.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye. Bye all.
Bye.